Yes, party people, welcome to Groove Conversations with your man Martin G. I hope you're all keeping well, looking after yourself. Mad heat wave going on over here in the UK. And you know what? That's how I love it. I love the sun. Can't be dealing with any of that rain and gloom and darkness. Can't be dealing with any of that. But it is mad hot over here. So you know what? I hope you guys are drinking enough water, keeping yourself hydrated, looking after yourself. And you know what? Before I go on, I just want to say a big thank you to all the subscribers. I just went past the 300 subscriber mark. And you know what? That's big, man. Thank you so much to everyone that has tuned in, every single person that has subscribed, and all the people that have watched it as well. But you know what? I get a lot of views, but I wish that can be equated into like subscribers. So if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, click like, share, subscribe, get on down with Groove Conversations with your man Martin G, because it's all about big things, so that's how I roll. So you know what? This show, or this video should I say, this is going to be a little bit of a different one. It's called UK Flavour Review. So, well, you can say it's a review, but not like a traditional review. But all it is, I'm just going to put you up on 3 albums, UK affiliated albums that came out in the last couple of years. And so that's why it's not necessarily a review, but this is stuff that's come out in the last couple of years that I just want to shine a little light on. And listen, like, they've got a bit of a hip-hop edge to them. Well, 2 of them is hip-hop and 1 of them's like funk and soul. But I'll explain all as it goes on, yeah? So listen, let me start with the first one. So the first album I'm going to talk about is this one. The Taking the Pelham 1, 2, 3 by Chucky Smash. Chucky Smash, now he's not a UK artist. He's from the States. He's actually from the Bronx, actually. And he's 1/3 of the group called The Legion. Now, the reason why I'm giving this the UK flavour nod is because there's some scratches, bits of production that's done on it by UK artists. There's DJ that does some scratches on there called The Force, who's a legend in the UK hip-hop scene, going way back to the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. But also, it's on a label called King of the Beats, which is run by a man called Prick Kelsey, based out of Birmingham. And you know what? Listen, if you don't know about Prick Kelsey, listen, man, I'm just going to doff my cap to the brother, because for years he's a filmmaker, he's a DJ, but listen, he's just an all-round straight-up decent bloke. And he used to do a thing some years back called King of the Beats, where he would get people to come and make beats like as a competition he would do. And that's the label that this record is on. Now, let me tell you what really tuned me about this. Now, you know, every now and then you see an album. First you see the cover, you see the name of it, and you think to yourself, let me check that out. You know what I mean? And you know what? I didn't even listen to any of the tracks on this album before I bought it. I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. Now, first off, let's take the name, Pelham, Taking the Pelham 1, 2, 3. Now, listen, if you're old like me, you will know the film. And I'm talking about the original film, not the film that's got the remade film that they've done with Denzel Washington and John Travolta. I'm talking about the original film that came out in 1973, I think it came out. It was in the early 70s anyway, with the soundtrack done by David Shire. Now, that film itself, that stars Walter Matthau and Robert Shaw. Now, that film is a classic, that film is. And I'm not going to go too much into the film, because it's not about the film, but they've taken the name from the film. And I guess they've taken it because I think the train line, Pelham, I think, is a part of the Bronx. I think it is. But listen, and Chucky Smash is one artist, well, the Legion, they're from the Bronx themselves. But listen, this is an album that it's just that traditional boom bap hip hop on here that I like. You got some samples that are like spattered into it. You got some good lyrics as well. You got some guest artists on here as well. So you got such as Molecules, that's from the Legion. He features in there as well. You've also got Dress from Black Sheep, who's on there as well. But listen, man, these are some good tracks that are on here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 3 random tracks from this. Yeah, so listen, I'm going to play 3 random tracks. In fact, I'm not going to be random tracks. I'll tell you the tracks that I'm going to play. I'm going to play one called Ghetto. I'm going to play Painkillers. And the other one that I'm going to play as well is Hunt's Point as well. So listen, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Check out those tracks and I'll be back in a bit. All right?
Clap. Nice. Turn me up. Right? Nice. Right, nice. I got a mind in a dimension like a Rubik's Cube. Read up this, go search, Legion Groove. I came with cues, my dude, real basic. Learn to run, first come, first serve basis. People in places, ass bodacious, so spacious. Black, white, I'm not racist. How many play up? How many layers of makeup, lipstick? I have painted on canvas, greater than a Kansas City chief. Nate Patrick, cheeks, I slapped it, so fantastic. Mr. Boombastic, are they real or plastic? Mama with the mama like Chloe. Black widow, Alamo, crossing over slowly. Master I.C. Mike's modeling. So high the effect like a domino. Right? Nice. Right? Nice. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2, y'all. 1, 2, let's get it. You know what it is. This is smash on smash. Connection is the plan. The Legion is the cast and smash is my man. Q's is the red. Dice get fair. Love the young love and all on square. We're gonna jiggle like a slimy worm. We got what the burn. Primo stuff like Google. It's hard to earn. A decent living. I'm living with these lava bars. Out of place, out of space. Mercury, Mars. Spike leap across the board. Jump man like Jordan. I'm pissed off. A point guard. Serious important. Keep the jury. I'm talking treasure chest. Barrel versus the bars. Got the vicious vocabulary. Impress, improvise, indicate. Ice cold like iced tea. Got the whole rhyme syndicate. We tear apart all the bricks into pieces. Smash peanut butter, same color of the Reese's. Chocolate, conglomerate, I'm dominant, prominent. Could never be a counterfeit. Whichever way you wanna spit, we can engage in the rage. Top to bottom like blade now. Graffiti writer, don't let the paint fade. Don't me no shade. We try to stay right in full. Zodiac killer, I'm charged the bull. With horns, my crown got thorns in them. I drip bleak like Jesus. We came to get loose. Big man the cook. I strapped up my boots, called up my troops. Right up on it, straight to the loop, and then straight to the booth. Navigate through the darkness, ain't fire shoot. Think big, not maneuver. Legion the group, vanguards of the boom bap. I am the group. Okay. Legion. Okay. We used to hustle on the benches, in the trenches, while the DJ spinning records. 40-ounce old gold Philly blunts in the session. Park pack, stay on point, protect your necklace from the goons. And you know the street peasants, the only language the streets talk is aggression. Shit can go either way, off the end in a second. You know them boys like to pull the guns as they method, but I'd rather just party all night and break day. Chill with a nice young lady in the shade. I seen better days. Coke used to be a better grade. Sneakers and clothes were better made. You used to hug the block, yeah, you had better days. President's flooded, bamboozle, lemonade. I've been hanging out, new niggas chasing clout. You violate me, man, I'm going in your mouth. Stop, 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 stop playing. Okay, stop playing. Look, you ready for some action? Some real life shit, satisfaction. Hey, yo, we starting to get a little traction. I'm trying to figure what I'm smashing. Ain't nobody asking what's shaking. I'm just taking mine. Get it straight, make it win in line. Pull up on the right behind. We're here to spend money, come get some. You can't take nothing from me, yo.
So, you've heard them tracks. Now, like I say, in the comments, you tell me what you think of those tracks. Now, I think the whole album itself is constructed well. It's been put together well. Just a nice traditional hip-hop album for me. Just beats, rhymes, that's what you're going to get. And good beats as well. So, listen, if you don't know about that album, go and check out that album. Now, I think it might have been a bit of a limited issue, but I'm sure you can get copies of it. So you can go on the website. I'm sure you can find it on all major record sellers as well. But, you know, you can check out my man, kingofthebeats.com. You can check that out as well, and you'll be able to find it on there. But listen, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 by Chucky Smash. That's the one you need to go and check out. Well, you need to go, what? One of the three. Check this out. The next album that I'm going to school you up on is this one. It's called The Wreckage. and it's by Create a Mess. Create a Mess, which is one guy called Johnny Cuba, who's from a group called Soundsight. In fact, I think he started out as part of Cruder and Dorfmaster. I might be a bit wrong on that, yeah, but I know he had some like link with that. But listen, this album itself, I want to shout out DJ Random for putting me up on this. This album came out last year. Now, and I'll tell you what it was. It was one of them things where it was like, now, you don't know DJ Random, he's like a legendary turntablist, like, and he posts up things on Instagram, on Facebook, where you'll see him showing off the hands of lightning because he's a well-accomplished turntablist, been around for years, and he can wreck a set of turntables without a shadow of a doubt. Now, he done a little thing where he was having a little cut and scratch with a track from this, and I heard it and I thought, man, he just said, go and buy the album, you know what I mean? And when I heard what he was doing with it, I checked it out and I just thought to myself, listen, I'm buying it. Now listen, just like that, just like the preceding album that I was talking about, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, just another album. Great beats, great rides, but you've got different artists that like are on here. So you've got Johnny Cuba, who is Create a Mess, but you've got other MCs that like are on this, yeah. So you've got artists such as Jesus Mason, you've got Ghetto Socks, Jack Jones, Jay Cyanide, Oxygen, Hugh George, Eddie Meeks, and Nilla. Those are some of the artists that are on here. Now listen, this album, like I said, it's just raw beats, nice samples that they've got on here, but they just chop them up a little bit. But listen, again, I'm going to play 3 random tracks on here. Have a little listen to the tracks of them, have a little listen, and you see what I'm talking about. But this album, this is banging, man. Check this out.
It goes, flash the message, connections way haywire, screech tires, I'm drunk off the power, 80 Bower expedition, driving ambition, you rhyme with repetition, listen, abort mission, mixtape, scratch the first take, sellers motivate, chain reaction, stack patterns, style massive, only intellect, high speed, internet, shot a fair one, stay calm and never broke a sweat, yo, for the niggas that try to get a rep, you ain't ready yet, move slow and take baby steps, hairline pushes acknowledge, never gossip, out of your cassette, back to school, I'm a prophet, yo, foot on the gas, paragraphs for the cash, she flashing our lash, tainted love up in the trash, 3rd-degree rubber gloves at the surgery, it's a loss, sometimes it pays to be the boss,
Once again it's on, sitting in a public house trying to get my Guinness on, scheming on assist on set, of some dope Chino shit that you ain't heard yet, we on the bar, pint after brilliant pint, I put pen to paper with all of my might, get it right, written, never been bitten or forgotten, never been a biter as a rhyme writer, like snitches, biters get stitches, and real writers get all the bitches, tabernacle.
Creating an endless wardrobe of camouflage, he and his environment became one.
Feel the pain that time is up. Feel the pain that time is up. Emerging from the flames, undeserving of a name, in the service of the worthless, unalerted by the pain. Dark version of a saint, he's submerging the terrain. His purpose was like curses, an incursion on the brain. Saturn and the skin with an alligator grin, using night to his advantages. We cast the what you can. Mortal latchkey in the orphanage, you crack teeth, prowling with the force of an orca in a black sea. Unknown terror, sun-soaked kisses, staring at the godless sky like the sphinxes. Imagine your stuff splattered with blood, a phantom and dust, planning on collapsing your lungs. Taking for granted the breathing is bliss, then you start to see the shoulder blades gleam in the mist. Remembering your reoccurring dreams of a cliff, when death finally comes, it'll seem like a gift.
Puncturing his head, she sucks his body dry. Another sacrifice to the continuation of the species.
Another long day in time, sun sets. Get ready for the fight, ride through the abyss. Designed to survive, haunted in fear, you the next sacrifice. Don't run, can't hide, come meet your demise. Disguised in a cloak of your own paradise. A ravishing vixen, insatiable appetite. Precise mission, added to the afterlife. One fell swoop, master the coup. I'ma hop in your mind, gain access to you. Unlock every secret, password and truth. Absorb every cell, hell is tragic and cruel. Parallel lives, I can see every move. Due process your thoughts, eyes glow in the rear view. Feel that I'm near, send shivers down your spine. Breathe down your neck, hold it till dinner time.
Son, I school you like a federal loan you can't pay back and stick you with reality for making mistakes. Heavyweight, you can't shoulder. Your crash burn and smolder. Acting my age to beat you down cause I'm older. Much wiser and I'm steps ahead. I designate cause I'm the driver. The leader that's a grand verbalizer. You salivate because I'm spitting who you try to be me. Cause I produce it, I deliver like I'm Diamond D. It's your apocalypse now, Sambo. I keep it dirty and Rambo like Brando. Full of water's going on outside as I collide with any suckers I snatch and take pride. I stick it where the sun don't see in your body, or I put you in the place of the victims of John Gotti. Never seen or heard frontin' again. Make space for those wanting to win. Never seen or heard frontin' again. Game time without a reason to grin.
And last but not least, on this little UK flavour thing that I'm going to do. Now, this one, this is more funk and soul. Now, this album, this only came out at the beginning of June, this album came out. This is Gina Sedman with 1972. No bias, because 1972 is a very special year for me. I won't tell you why, but you could probably work it out why it is. But listen, let me just tell you a little something about this. Now, Gina Sedman, she is a vocalist, and a damn good vocalist at that. And on this album, she has wrote, arranged, done some lead and backing vocals, should I say. She played bass, compositions done by herself, apart from certain tracks that has involved other people on there, such as a fella called Michael J. Calhoun, who's from the Kinsman Dad's band. You've also got a guy called Ryan McCaffrey as well, who plays the clarinet. You've got Chris Kuda, who's from the Kinsman Dad's band as well, who plays some horns on there. But listen, man, and you've also, how can I forget, you've also got on there, you've got Ryan McCaffrey on there, who does a little something on there, but one of the other people that is probably one of the most important people I have to shout out on this is Andrew Sedman, her significant, or her other half, shall I say. So, Andrew Prone himself, now listen, Andrew Sedman, sorry, DJ Prone, shall I say. Now listen, DJ Prone himself, he's a mad digger, that guy is, man. He's got crazy records. But listen, I'm floating off now. But look, this album, this is a mix of funk and soul. Now, Gina, listen, there's no doubt about it, this lady can sing, and there's some lovely uplifting tracks on it, but there's also some mellow tracks on here. Now, I'm going to play you 3 tracks on the album. One of the tracks I'm going to play is just an instrumental track, which is done by Prone himself, which is called Soul Purpose. So I'm going to play the title track, 1972, Soul Purpose, and another little random one that I'm not going to tell you just yet. Have a little listen to it, and you see what you think, yeah? All right?
This is what life was like for me, growing up in the 70s.
Say what? There's no royal crown pickup stick. My bubble gum that was here again. Back what back for back when. Yeah. Back what back for back when. Back then, back in 1972. In 1972. I remember laying on the bed, sneaking on a rotary phone, talking all night long till my mother broke in and
The eyes don't lie. I can tell that you're in love with me. The eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie. I can tell that you're in love with me. The eyes don't lie. There was a time I used to wonder, so I asked somebody for some advice. How to know if love was sincere? They told me you will see in their eyes. The eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie. I can tell that you're in love. I can tell that you're in love with me. The eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie. I can tell that you're in love with me. The eyes don't lie.
So there you have it. Yeah, that's my little heads up on some UK flavour, that is. Now listen, please let me know what you think of those tracks that I gave you a little needle drop on. Do you like those tracks? Do you know of those albums itself? Do you have copies of them? Have you heard any of them? What do you think of the album? If you've got copies, if you've got a copy of it yourself, tell me what you think of those tracks. Tell me what you think. Now I'm hoping at some point in the near future that I can have an interview with Gina Segment at some point. I'm hoping to. I'm working on it, and if the stars align and everything works out, hopefully that will come one time soon. But we see what happens with that. But listen, if you like what you see and what you hear, click like, share, subscribe, get on down with Groove Conversations. Please let me know what you think of the video, the tracks, on the comments, man. I love the comments. Keep on going, man. And I will reply to the comments. Please don't think I'm being rude or stuck up by myself. I'm just so busy, but I will get round to them. And listen, I appreciate every single one of the comments that I get. Thank you so much. If you like what you heard, click like, share, subscribe, get on down with Groove Conversations. So until next time, look after yourself, stay blessed, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace and one love. See ya.